Alright, you guys, this is the last video in this section, E3.3-10, and consequently really the last video before our test here. Remember, we are looking at this particular assignment. It says predicting the timing and location of the next Hawaiian volcano. It's on the next page there. And at the top there, you'll see the learning target, E3.3-C, describe the motion history of geologic features. Okay, we're talking about Pacific Plate, really, and the Hawaiian Islands, using equations relating rate, time, and distance. So no matter what way we look at it, we've got to get into some math here, some equations. So as you read this introduction on this page and page 2 here, start thinking about how we're going to maybe be predicting where the next Hawaiian volcano is going to be. So we need to think about in what direction are the Hawaiian Islands or that Pacific Plate moving. Okay? So, with that, you will see a variety of figures or diagrams in your packet here. And you will use those as I direct you to them in this activity sheet that I am now looking at. Okay? So, it says activity sheet, gives some materials. We're really going to be measuring with a ruler and a protractor. You need to be as accurate as possible when measuring with each of these devices, okay? Because we'll be using the scales that are on some of these diagrams or figures to measure distances on them. So it's pretty simple here. I've greatly modified these to make them a bit more clear from the original document we were working from, the original lab, and I've added some instructions to help you out. So, starting the procedure here by my cursor, I see a couple simple questions looking at figure 1. And then we go on to determining volcano spacing. Simply follow the instructions. Fill in the blank here. It says total distance divided by number of volcanoes equals what? Your final answer would go right here. And then return to the map and don't skip over these. I ask you questions along the way here. For example, number 4 is a question you need to answer. Where is the next new volcano on the Kea trend? Well, again, it's much like the previous section. You'll do a little math, and then I ask you a question here in number 4. And so on, and so on. You will be using the protractor to find an angle, projected angle of plate movement and where the next volcano may be. We're going to try to discover if it's already there or not under the water next to the Hawaiian Islands. So follow along and do your best. I would say work with at least a partner so that you can sort of bounce ideas off each other as you analyze these maps and figures and try to make sense of all this. Okay? If you have any questions after this, please come see me. There is a synthesis section at the end. This is where I ask you some overall questions about this lab. And we really are asking you to think quite a bit here. So this one's going to rack your brains a little bit, but try to stick with it and take it slow. It's one of those things where I would say don't think too hard. It is actually a bit simpler than some of you may try to make it. So good luck, and come see us if you still got questions.